Alright guys, today I'm going to talk about individual killer ranks. And what do I mean about that? With individual killer ranks, I'm thinking that each killer should have their own ranking. If you think about it, if you're a rank 1 nurse, for example, the chances are high that you're not rank 1 with every single killer. So with individual killer ranks, I see the killers have their each ranking system, their individual ranking system that is not dependent on the other. Right now, the system is that you are playing at your the character that you are the highest skill level, because that's the character you play the most. So I think with the individual killer rankings, we would first of all see a lot more killers in game, and that would be a good thing for survivors because that would reduce the lobby time. So you will get faster in game, and I think for many people that is one of the most important things, except for bugs maybe. But that the game starts soon and it goes quick. So the argument against killer rankings is that we're only gonna see like Spirit, Billy, and Nurse in the red ranks. But I don't think that would be the case at all. I think a lot of players would try out different killers and try to reach rank 1 with them. And the second thing, for all the trophy hunters out there, a lot of dedicated players are trying to get their trophies. I think adding a trophy for reaching rank 1 or red ranks with all the killers could be one. And then the experienced players, which maybe are a little bit tired of the game, will get a new motivation and a new incentive to play with different killers. I also think that with individual killer ranks, you could play a lot of different killers because you wouldn't be afraid of screwing up. If you want to try out Demogorgon, you don't have to start in red ranks. You can start at him with in rank 20 and see how far you can get. I think with more killers in game, it would be a good thing to implement this, because the developers have used a lot of time creating each killer, their perks, etc. And it's a shame. It's a shame if only a few of the killers are being used regularly. So with implementing individual killer rankings in game, it creates a lot more diverse gameplay, and I think it will be a richer experience. And I, for one, would like to see which killer I'm best at. I know for myself, Ghostface, Freddy are probably number 1 and 2. Then maybe Billy, Hag is definitely up there, Trapper. But I use like 5 or 6 different killers with individual killer ranks. I would go straight with Nurse at the rank 20 and try to learn her, and it wouldn't be as a steep curve. I don't want to try her out now in rank. What rank am I? Rank 4 after the rank reset. It's ridiculous. Meeting a full 4-player survive with friends and just get demolished right away. No, I want to practice. I want to try her out. I want to learn her blinks, and I won't get it now. And for behavior, they wouldn't have to implement a training mode. But I also think that would be a good idea to have like training, like where you play against NPCs or bots, non-playable characters, and you wouldn't be afraid of screwing up and get teabagged and harassed in game. It would just be a much more smooth experience, I think. And I think it would be good for the matchmaking system. I think it's a lot of positives here. So I'm curious if this is gonna happen. I've heard developers mention it in a Q&A for like, excuse me, but it's some time ago, and it's been quite silent since. If you have heard anything, please write in the comments below and share your information. I, for one, haven't heard anything. I try to ask the question each time in the Q&As, but I haven't been heard yet. So if you follow me and care about this also, I suggest you also type it in chat and just push this issue forward to the developers. I think I wrote it one time in the Dead by Daylight forums with a form. I filled out a form with a question, and I got an answer that it would be a good idea, but they couldn't give me any specifics. So let's see if I have forgot something here. Yeah, but I think it would be very interesting with individual killer ranks, and especially if you can match it up with statistics. That would be very interesting, because the developers are trying to balance out the killers with buff the weak ones, nerf the strong ones, and try to adjust so that the killers aren't too different in powers. Because if they're too different in powers, the players will generally go for the killers that are the easiest, or that gets easier kills. So I think with the individual killer ranks, the developers could get some information of how often the different killers get used, and how far in the rankings they could take an average of so many games, and they could see like, oh, okay, 1,000 players play Hillbilly, and out of those 1,000 we have like so many in that ranking or in that ranking, and they could compare different killers. And I for one, I would think that would be interesting for them to get that information, to get those numbers and statistics. And while they're at it, they could also add the information, the numbers. It would be so cool in game to get like statistics for how often do you get 4Ks with that killer, or how often do you get hatch for survivors, just statistics and number in general, but that's for another video. So what do you think about individual killer rankings? Do you think it's a good idea, or not? Maybe you just think they should work on other issues first. For me, this is up there, because I play both sides, but I will consider myself a killer main. Like I have more hours in killer than survivor, so I know if they did this, I would play a lot of different killers, and for myself, I would make it an objective to get as far as I can with the different killers, and I think it would be interesting to see if my thoughts are accurate with the results, because now I can just speculate. I get a feeling like I'm best with Freddy and Ghostface, because I seem to 4K more often, but is it really? It would be nice to have some evidence. So if you like this video, Press like, subscribe, share, and yeah, I'll see you guys.